Welcome to our webinar on product updates and best practices. My name is Yenny Ra, and I'm a Strategic Partner Manager at Instagram. I'm working with brands to enable and grow their commerce businesses on the platform. And prior to Instagram and Facebook, I worked at YouTube, Google, Fungal, Zeitgeist Artist Management, and Noisepop, where I've always worked with partners to help them generate new revenue streams and engage with their communities in meaningful ways. Instagram is at the forefront of what visual communication looks like in the digital age. There are 1 billion monthly active accounts. And the reason for this unprecedented popularity and universality is that Instagram brings you closer to the people and things you love. It's a custom curated space that combines all of your favorite people, the ones you know and the ones you wish you knew, and your favorite things, from the strongest passions to new topics that you're interested in. Businesses have inherently fit into the ecosystem since day one. One of the most unique things about the way people use Instagram is their willingness to engage with brands. More than 80% of people on Instagram follow brands on the platform, and nearly 2/3 surveyed say that Instagram is the place to be to interact with brands. Needless to say, one of those interactions is shopping. And when we see how people are shopping on Instagram, it's not just about brand awareness and top of the funnel activities. We see strength in all parts of the marketing funnel. 83% of people discover new products or services on Instagram. 81% are researching products or services. And 80% are actually making decisions on whether or not to buy a product or service. So what happens after someone has made the decision to purchase something while browsing on Instagram? The next step would be to transact, and we realized that there was a big need in the market, the need to create a more seamless transaction experience. 87% of consumers say that a complicated checkout process will make them abandon their shopping, which is very intuitive. And almost 50% of people are saying that they want an easy payment solution. And this slide is really interesting because this has been the experience of Instagram shopping before native checkout. You see around 7 screenshots, but there are more that it takes a consumer to go from discovering a product to checking out. Friction to offsite purchase is still a pain point. And while many people have been discovering new products and brands, the ability for them to actually purchase it has been difficult. And so that's why we built our native checkout solution on Instagram. You can check out today on Instagram in 3 taps. And for those of you who are in the checkout beta program, here are some best practices and guidance on how to make the most of your checkout experience. First, we'll talk about how to set up shop and review the foundation of Instagram checkout. Then, we'll review best practices that we've seen work to drive consideration. Finally, we'll discuss different strategies you can use for success. With Instagram Checkout, you get access to 2 new surfaces dedicated to shopping content. If this is your first ever shopping post, your Shop tab on Profile will be activated with your first shopping post. Products are visible in the app only if you've either tagged the products in your posts or stories, or manually added them using the Add Product button in the app, which has a 100 per day limit. The next step would be to fill your grid-on feed with shoppable posts. The second is the Explore tab. Once you've created your first feed post, your post may be surfaced to users on the shopping channel in Explore and on other channels. Test making a purchase. Go through the consumer experience. How are product tags and product details pages generated? Unless you onboarded Instagram checkout through a third-party partner integration, Catalog Manager will be the source of all your product information. The basic information of your product, like product name and cost, as well as the first images in your product details page, or PDP, will be those you add via Catalog Manager, which you set up during onboarding and will continue to maintain. Your product details such as size, description, shipping information are displayed below the image carousel. Shopping tagged media will also appear in your image carousel. This enables you to add eye-catching content to help drive consideration. Media from tagged content will feature the source @handle, which may be your brand or the creators you've approved to tag your products. Remember, your Instagram shop page is your storefront. The best shops drive consideration through clear, consistent, and descriptive product pages. If information is missing or inaccurate, it can create a barrier to purchase. Before tagging media with shopping tags, remember these catalog best practices. Inventory. Only products with inventory can be sold. To start selling products, update your catalog with accurate inventory counts so we know when items sell out and product category codes for tax purposes. Product names. Keep product names concise and consistent with your website. Product description. Include the description of the item, including length, materials, cut, and size considerations. Sizing. For products that need sizing consideration, make sure size details are clear. For non-US sizes, remember to include size conversion. If a product is offered in multiple sizes, ensure you have inventory for each size. Shipping fees. You have the option to set different types of shipping fees, including free shipping minimums at different service levels. Set your shipping options in Commerce Manager settings. Finally, prices. Make sure the price is accurate and consistent with your website. Great catalog imagery is clear, consistent, and provides product context. Take a look at Outdoor Voices as an example. They highlight unique product features to help drive consideration. Earlier, we mentioned that shopping tagged media will appear in your image carousel. Make sure to leverage your creator community and have creators tag your products. Consider using different formats, both video and images. The example here is Anastasia Beverly Hills, a company that creates vibrant product pages by utilizing multiple formats and leveraging creators to tag their products. Your e-commerce strategy on Instagram should leverage all your communication channels to drive awareness and engage your audiences. Let everyone know that you are live on Instagram checkout and state a clear call to action to buy your products on Instagram. Consider posting step-by-step tutorials on how to buy on Instagram checkout and save credentials on Instagram to make the checkout process as seamless as possible. If you are a global brand with audiences outside the US, remember that checkout on Instagram is only available in the US. When your non-US audience taps on the shopping tag, they'll be directed to checkout on your website. If you have an audience outside the US, it may be important to caveat this. So what works on Instagram checkout? Build confidence towards purchase. Give a styling tutorial, answer questions about products, or share sizing recommendations in stories. Add story highlights that answer frequently asked questions so your customer and potential customers can refer to them anytime. Knowing your audience is key to driving consideration. For higher priced items, create content that builds confidence towards purchase. With the right audience and strategy, people on Instagram are willing to purchase higher priced items. Be consistent. Educate your audience to shop your products on Instagram with a consistent cadence and create a feel to your shopping posts. Use more than one tag when it makes sense. More product tags drive more engagement. But be strategic. Consider why people might want to see or buy multiple products together. For example, show an entire outfit or complete a full beauty look. So, when do we use feed and when do we use stories? Your feed is where you build your brand presence on Instagram. Remember, when you create checkout posts in feed, they are surfaced in the shopping tab in Explore, which is a surface intended to help people shop in a personalized way. Remember to tag every image you post and remind your followers that they can purchase directly from the post without leaving the Instagram app. Stories are a great way to tell an authentic story and drive engagement. With shopping, you can layer products into great content you already create without being disruptive. Remember to be authentic. Consider posting behind-the-scenes stories. Drive engagement through creative tools like the polling sticker. A new feature that we launched recently is the Swipe Up to View Shop and Swipe Up to View Collection. In addition to tagging products in stories, you can also use the swipe up options to drive users to your profile shop or to a collection of all your SKUs on promotion. Use Swipe Up to View Shop to direct people to your Instagram profile shop. This encourages them to browse through your shop and add more than one item to bag. Use the Swipe Up to View collection to direct people to the promotion collection that you have available. Remember, the Swipe Up to View collection is available only when the items are on promotion. Promotions on checkout are now available. You can run % off promotional events on Instagram checkout. Remember to create consistency between Instagram and your website. You're driving higher engagement from users who want to shop without leaving Instagram. And one thing to consider is to use promotions on Instagram to test promotional events without exposing your main website. From our initial data, we've seen higher engagement with this feature more than any other forms of swipe up, which includes URL. Why are so many people drawn to and love Instagram? Because it's where you find community and culture. So when you think about your marketing strategy for Instagram shopping, be sure to address community and culture. Try aligning with cultural moments, collaborating with the creators people love, or creating your own brand moments to engage shoppers. Align with culture. Tap into cultural moments that align with your brand. The NFL capitalized on draft day by posting players in their new team's hats as draft picks were announced. Followers were able to celebrate their team's picks by buying these special edition hats to commemorate this exciting moment. In terms of execution, the NFL used simple but strong CTAs in the caption, "Tap to shop," to drive urgency without distracting from the cultural moment itself. The takeaway is to align with a cultural moment relevant to your brand or product to reach audiences in an authentic way and drive incremental sales. Shopping from creators. Drive discovery with new audiences and inspire people to shop by working with creators who can tag your products and sell your products directly through their posts in feed and stories. Work with them to amplify your message and expand your reach. Product launches. Build excitement through exclusive launches on Instagram. When you think about aligning with culture, identify cultural moments that are most relevant to your brand and audience. Once you have that, you can create shopping content relevant to those moments. If there aren't any, then create your own cultural moments that will resonate with people. Remember, successful executions require advanced planning. Shopping from Creators is a product that is exclusively available to merchants who are in the Checkout Beta program. It allows you, the merchant, to add as many creators as you want, with their consent, to your account so that they can tag your products and sell directly through their posted media on Instagram. To get started, make sure that your product catalog is up to date and you have enough inventory available. Build out the approved list of creators who have access to your products. Highlight the products in your product catalog that you want creators to promote. A few ideas on who to enlist as creators. 1. Creators you've worked with in the past for brand campaigns. 2. Your PR gifting list. 3. Publications you work with. 4. Friends and family of your brand. And 5. Employees, which include founders, creator directors, key artists, etc. A couple of things to keep in mind when developing your strategy with creators. Keep in mind that there are various business objectives that a creator can help you with. They are one component of a rich multi-channel campaign for your brand. Some will drive direct sales and be performance-driven, while others will raise brand awareness or nurture intent. Remember to work with different types of creators and be strategic about how they play into your marketing funnel. Second, trust your creators. They know their audience and styles best, so lean on them to develop content that is authentic. Of course, provide guidance, but give them room to be creative. Product launches or drops are when merchants release a new item or collection to the public for the first time on a specific day and time. We've seen waves of successful product launches, and it's important to develop a holistic strategy which includes teasing, audience education, and creator partnerships to build excitement from the community. How do you launch a product on Instagram? First, choose a product. Second, build anticipation through teasing. Create engaging content that gets people excited about the products you're launching. Third, educate your audience. Consider creating a series of stories that educates your followers on how to check out on Instagram or how to add payment credentials on Instagram before the drop so that they're ready to purchase the second the item drops. Fourth, develop a strategy around inventory. You may launch a product with limited availability or large enough to accommodate the great demand you anticipate to drive. Finally, fifth, be bold and launch loudly. Make a splash when dropping your product to the Instagram community. A few tips for product launches. Choose a product and assign a launch date and time that aligns to your brand or with a cultural moment. Partner with a creator to develop pre-launch feed and stories content teasing your product. Don't forget to include vital information people need to inform their decision. Use stories to clearly state when and how to purchase using checkout in your own brand voice. On launch day, post content featuring the product to feed in stories before and during the launch timeframe. A great example of a successful product launch is with Anastasia Beverly Hills. They drove excitement through an Instagram exclusive creator collaboration. So how did they do it? Anastasia Beverly Hills partnered with beauty star Jackie Aina for an Instagram exclusive product launch. Jackie teased the product for 5 days leading up to the launch with a multi-channel strategy across her YouTube channel and Instagram account via feed and stories. Anastasia Beverly Hills also sent the palette to over 1,000 other creators to drive excitement around the launch. The Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette sold out in 3 minutes and drove a halo effect in online sales for the brand. Thank you so much for listening to our webinar, and we hope to see you soon.